Hi everyone, today we will introduce Shing Valley Park. Shing Valley Park is a large park in Hong Kong, located at Shing Valley, Shimmer Road, north of Tai Wo Ho, Tsuen Wan District, New Terrace, adjacent to Changshan Estate. The park has natural scenery and rich seasons. We will introduce it from three main sections. In this park, away from the hustle and bustle, there is a garden that looks very different. We can find the planting on this side very interesting. This type of planting does not feel common in Hong Kong but more like an English nature garden with a tropical seaside atmosphere. Moreover, this small garden is surrounded by tall banyan trees, creating a small world that is relatively isolated from the rest of the park. There are almost 20 different types of plants in the set. In plant terms, a complete plant space and activity space is firstly delineated by means of curbs. Secondly, is that the plant space is divided into traffic space and planting areas by means of lawns and hard paving. Vertically, the planting space is dominated by lawns with a few low shrubs and very few small trees. This type of planting creates a more open space with less spatial closure. Along the pathway, the designer cleverly added a group of plants in the walking space with a combination of high and low shapes. Because of the small number and unique shape of the trees, the human eye is easily attracted to these few trees. So the variety of these trees greatly determines the atmosphere of this plant space. In Shing Valley Park, for example, the trees are colors, which create a tropical seaside atmosphere. In these two pictures, the same type of planting is used, but the species of the tree is Podocarpus microphyllus, which created an oriental garden atmosphere.
The artificial water feature comes after the rose garden. The water feature measures a total of 3,500 square meters of the whole park. It takes advantages of the original terrain and makes a really good view. Ponds are connected but with different views, which attracts a bunch of visitors and photographers. The west pond view is framed by the banyan trees as well as the pavilion. From November to June of the following year, you can appreciate the bougainvillea standing in front of trees, like a red sage cotton tree, southern magnolia, paper park trees, etc. Regular maintenance makes the sacred cotton tree splendid. While in the early spring, these flowers along with the color leaf plants in the middle layer will be especially beautiful against the surrounding evergreens, like Scheffrera. Sitting under the pleasant tree shades or in the pavilion would be a good choice to relax on sunny days. When it comes to summer, the lotus on the east pond will bloom. These beautiful flowers keep water clean and create a good environment not only for people, but also for other creatures.
I will be guiding you through the canopied areas of the park along the main path to the right of the lotus pond. Introducing to you these beautiful large trees to understand how their structural qualities provide multiple functions to the visitors and the surrounding planting ecology of Shing Valley Park. Along the main path are rows of magnificent Ficus altissima at around a height of 10 to 15 meters. With canopies spanning up to 5 to 8 meters width, they are able to cover almost the width of the main pedestrian paths of around 3 meters wide. Many of their air roots are entangled surrounding the trunk. They act as the lead to the paths from the perspective of the entrance, connecting different pockets of the park together. Other than being a host for the other small plantations such as this epiphyte species, Myrmecodia beccari, they also act as coverage for the lower soil bed that include many weaker plant species surrounding the skirt of the trunk. Now I have left the north entrance of the park, gone up the hill and arrived at Chang Pei San Road connecting Changshan Estate. Planted along the main roadside are around 20 Acronophoenix alexandra. Their presence is so dominating that the collective creates an environment that gives the area a tropical atmosphere, unusual to the Hong Kong urban landscape. and visitors have even compared the view to the streets of Los Angeles.